Hello. So, we played a lot of Cassette Beasts. Oh my god, immediate sub! Thank you, Soul, for gifting a sub to Rainbow Dragon. Apparently I had a subs goal that was completed. We played a lot of Cassette Beasts, and I have finished it, and I wanted to move on to something else, but I don't want to make a decision right now. So today's stream, instead of, you know, whatever else, I'm just gonna play Arknights Endfield, because it's fun. It's my little gacha hole. We can see some fun stuff. It's actually just really nice to look at, so I thought it would be fun. I've got unfinished business that we can observe. I did just finish one of the main story things. There was a big fight and whatever, but yeah, I'm just gonna dick around, and you guys are free to watch along and see what the hell happens. Hi, Rainbow Dragon. Hello, Soul. Hello, Soul Waspman. Always here with another slightly unsettling emote. I'll go look around. I don't know how many people in chat are familiar with the game, but feel free to ask me any questions. It's a lot like other anime gachas, except that it's got like the highest visual fidelity of like anything I've ever played. Let's look. I mean, the city is one of the best areas. Let me look around. Oh, it's actually a little bit. Oh my god, another sub from Soul to Soul Waspman. Thank you. What did I do to? Oh my god, Soul Waspman's emote is huge and very weird. It's right above me. He's right above me, isn't he? If you are familiar with the game, please do not at me about anything that I am doing or anything that you can pick up from how I play. I don't do this in any way like you're supposed to at all. I hope the graphics are doing alright. It seems like it's, I don't know, maybe having a slight struggle to render this while having the stream on. So here is the scenic baton fields where they grow their giant green batons. I will say, having run around the city for quite a bit, it's the city that does the Chinese rep for the developers, which most games have. But their version is so, I want to say, idealistic. There's not many cities that I've run around in, and I have legitimately, genuinely just started feeling jealous. There's not many fantasy cities where I'd be like, oh my god, I want to live there so bad. Because there's usually something like horrendously wrong with them. But this place is just so nice. It's super high tech. They have clear, like, modern solutions to everything. But it's still traditional enough that they have, like, beasts of burden in use. They have these gardens with tons of water and wildlife. It's such a fulfilling mix of the natural and something that's even more highly advanced than any city on Earth. And you can come here and like work out. Oh, hey Zissel. How is Enfield at the moment? I haven't played in a hot minute. It's kind of the same. I can go over the things that I like and the things that I'm. I wish I had like an emote that I could do, like dancing. One of the nicest looking gacha space chinas. It's so. I'm just envious. I wish we had anywhere that looked like this in real life. It's very brutalist as well. Like look at this. That with the combination of how very integrated it is with nature, it's just really nice to explore. It's massive, And I just wish there were places like this in the world. I mean, maybe China is like this. I could be just talking out my ass, and this is what China's like. And they didn't really change anything, and I'm just completely ignorant because I've never been there. That's on me. Boing. His one weakness, by the way, the main character is water. He can't swim. Anything above chin height, he will drown instantly. So you have to be really careful. All this high-tech stuff, but he doesn't know how to swim. I like the kind of like signals of Gondor or whatever they have going on up there, and then there's like a rock formation in the distance, and you can see like these swarms of birds up on these. I don't, if they have a name, I don't know. You know those mountains that China has that are quite they're quite tall and thin, and they're covered with foliage like this. There's a few things I like. What I don't like very much is that the storyline is trying to do a big fantasy adventure with a lot of peril and fantastical dangers and stuff like that, but it's kind of hobbling with it, and it keeps stopping to insert bits where women make it really, really clear that they would sleep with you. Why is Lavatane like spying on me behind a tree? Thank you for proving my point, Lavatane. They really can't stop themselves, and I thought this wasn't going to be like that. I mean, I know what Hoyo games are like, and yeah, you just go down there. When it's something like, I don't know, I don't play ZZZ, but you can tell from the way they're marketing it what the style of it is. It's very fan servicey. The animation leans towards showing you how much boob can bounce, if a boob can bounce boob. This is a game where you run a factory and you have mineral powers, and you actually have to do the factory stuff, and the factory stuff is it's integrated.
I'm around. Just go ahead and waste
Leave me alone, Lavatane. I'm talking to chat. So I thought this was going to be way more like professionally themed. You know, you are your name is literally a pun on administrator. You run this company. You're supposed to be a guy or a girl who has a professional sense of self. And I thought that was gonna lean away from the fan service type stuff. But no, they still do that a lot. And apparently, I mean, I've heard that there were some changes to the story late in development to kind of pull it from one thing to another thing. And it had a horrible effect on some of the quests. Some of the stuff just doesn't really make sense at all. I think that the state of the story at launch was like absolutely abysmal. That sounds strong, but like it really was. They were giving you quests for characters that didn't even make sense. They would assume that you knew the character. I know this is a spin-off from OG Arknights, but it wasn't a character from that game. It's literally like they just carved chunks out of it that you didn't see, and it doesn't make any sense. And the only thing that the story is absolutely sure to give you, instead of introducing characters properly or telling you more about the actual world itself and all the buzzwords they throw at you, is to make sure that every woman in here is shown like trying to hold hands with you. And it's not, it's less fan servicey than ZZZ, but it's more in the sense of it being an outlet for people to make believe that women want to spend time with you. Less so just ogling them, and more wanting to let yourself believe that these female characters want to know you and want to have like innocent physical affection with you. And that's almost sadder. I think I'm being mean, but that's just how it comes off. Maybe if there was a genre of game where I was allowed to make believe that very nice and hygienic and intelligent men wanted to hold my hand, I wouldn't be quite so like unwilling to entertain that. But that's what it is. Anyway, that's only story stuff. There's also like a big fantasy plot, and there's a big reason why I'm here, and he's on the screen right now. The dragon lady who flirts with you, yeah, you have to stop in the middle of the main plot and just like kind of go on a date with her while you wander around the city and random unimportant stuff happens. And it's really jarring because they keep inserting it when if you had anyone competent writing this, they wouldn't do that. It just comes out of nowhere and then you have to do it. Oh, hi Beta Vash, hi Defed, hi Cheese Cube. I love the combination of emotes people are setting up. Whee! I feel like nothing really happened in the story at launch. Sounds like it hasn't gotten much better. I think everybody I have heard from agrees that the Valley 4 storyline was kind of just a nothing burger. It didn't do very much. It was, I mean, the idea with the first part of the storyline would be you have to get someone to understand the concepts in play, and it does do that as the bare minimum, but it doesn't really hinge on any character development, which is kind of a basic story point that anyone who actually knows how to write can do. It's just, it's kind of frustrating, honestly, to be having played several gachas and knowing that there are more out there that continually make these mistakes on launch. I know some people, and by some people I mean my gacha sensei 5, who is the reason that I really play anything in this genre. They are a lot more forgiving, and they say things like the drop patch, the 1.0 patch, is always a bit they need to find their footing, they need to figure out where they're going, they need to just make the game to begin with, so it's okay for it to be underwhelming. I'm not that forgiving. I don't want to fight through boring and inconsequential storylines anymore. I don't know why. The first time, okay, but oh my god, why is my camera being drawn over there? I'm being forced to look at something. That hasn't happened before. What was that? Why was it telling me to like look at this weird smoke? But yeah, like you can criticize my first gacha game was Genshin. You can criticize that pretty fairly for the base game being kind of, I don't know, very standard, not taking a lot of risks, relying on a lot of tropes, but that was intentional. Once I've like seen someone do that, I don't want to be underwhelmed by it again. These games are all in the same space, and the people who make them should know what each of them generally does. So why? What is he looking at? Anyway, launch should have an exciting story to get you invested. First impressions are important. It doesn't have to be the best written story in the world, but there were so many very clear things, one of which is I don't want you to be pushing a bunch of women in my face and telling me that they definitely want to like hang out, even in a slightly platonic way. Like, no, tell me a story. The general caveat of all gacha games is that at the end of the day, they have to sell the characters more than they have to tell a good story. That applies to just about everything, and that's the biggest reason why they don't do shit that you would normally do. Anyway, to introduce a little bit of how this works, if you're unfamiliar, it all starts here at the mining spots. So I have a Shiranite pylon, which draws power from my grid, and then I have electric mining rigs using that power to mine the ore that is visibly around the mining spot, and the electric rig auto-transports that into my stockpile, and then everything I do in the game like feeds off of the fact that I'm mining ores. Also, Diffhead has a 7-stream streak. Congratulations! Is that the one voiced by Kira? Yes! This is Lavatane right here. She's backing away from me. She's voiced by Kira Buckland. I've met her! And I thought she looked cool. I pulled her for those two reasons. Voice acting is one of the biggest decision makers when I, decide if I'm actually going to try and go for a character. And if I've met the person, it's a big like plus over getting them. And she does look really neat, I think. I think she's the best female design in the game, actually. One thing they don't have in this game is a character viewer. So you can't like look at all the available characters together. As far as I know, you can see the characters you have in your roster, but that's kind of it. So like I can open my operator list now.
Carve a path for us.
The main character that, you know, the default is kind of slightly your standard Chinese gacha protag with, you know, short black hair, and I do think he has like the best outfit. This is a normal coat. This is a cozy ass jumper. He's the only character that I've tried to build in any way. The other ones have been leveled up a little, and I've done a little bit with them, like rudimentary stuff. But my main is administrator, and I'm not changing that. And this is why.
Look, over there. These minerals may come in handy. Everyone is rested.
Do you have anything longer?
Incoming! Watch out!
Do you have anything that's like 2 sentences?
Many thanks. The past and the present must become one. I recognize this feeling. I heard her voice, echoing like a whisper in dreams. Time and again, I've dreamed of a boundless sea. One that brings sorrow, stirs memories, and strengthens my resolve.
Yep, it goes to prove I can be convinced to play pretty much anything if Hyoe's involved.
Fools who like to micromanage.
And this is Kira. Which of these is the longest? Is it this one?
You Enfielders seem to be increasingly reliant on me. I guess you leave me no choice but to accept this honor. You may now address me as Enfield Operator Lavatane.
And then I have Wolf Job, which is basically what we call him, because he's cool, and that's kind of it. I do like that they have fun accents sometimes. Really genuine Italian accent, and I mean, he's fine.
Piece of cake.
He's cool in some ways, and that's it for right now. I mean, I have Pog.
Slightest slip of mind decides who lives.
I used him for a
dies in
bit,
battle.
and I think he's better on the team than some of my other ones, but I got a little bored of him, unfortunately, and
The path ahead has been revealed.
yeah, the rest are just mostly the 4 stars. That's my JoJo? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Eccomi.
I like a wolf-coded Italian man. Unfortunately, he has nothing on Pavia. I'd give anything for Pavia to be in this game. Yeah. So, my team comp is horrendous. It doesn't mean anything. It's nothing. It's just my favorite characters right now. And I'm waiting for them to release anyone who seems the slightest bit interesting after Lavatane. I guess I kind of like Mifu, but it's just a kinda. I always look at her shiny hair and I think, oh yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's a fun style. I like that she's very no nonsense. And then I see her tail and it's like, why does it look like that? Also, if you're not familiar, everybody in the game has some kind of non-human attribute. Like I've got 2 on the team here with horns, and this is literally a wolf guy. And every character you meet in the world has got like ears or a tail or something, except me. it's like one of those like, you know, that kind of anime style, like the ones with the really long titles. It's like one normal guy lost in a world of furries, and you're the only normal one, but because you're the only one, you're the abnormal one. And now you have to deal with not being a furry. Anyway, this is my best factory site. I planned this one. And it's good enough that I will show you. I mean, look at that. Oh, look at that. This shouldn't even be happening. This was badly arranged. so that it needed to go around this corner. But it looks nice. Look at it, they're all uniform. Oh, this was a big production line that I managed to set up. Don't worry about the big clogged signs. That's just because I think I've made enough of it that there's too much in storage. I traveled to a world of furries, and now I'm the real one. Yeah. The gacha in this game is so expensive, I feel I've got to save until a hot guy I really want comes along. I mean, that's always true. You should always save until there's someone you really want. I have, like, over 100k of whatever, or barrels. Why is the icon like that? Just because I haven't wanted anyone. So I really can't gauge how expensive people are to pull, but the weird thing about this system is that when you try and pull a 6-star, you can lose the 50/50 multiple times, and you can lose it to the previous or possibly future characters that are in that patch, which is different from every other one I've played. This is the water system. Again, it looks real bad because there's red signs on it. It's just because there's too much water flow, but honestly, this is the first factory game I've ever touched, and it's not entirely a factory game. It's pretty simplistic by, like, Factorio terms. Oh yeah, I needed to check how much Shironite I've actually made. That's heavy Shironite. Oh shit, I'm out. Oh shit, I'm out of... Okay, that's bad. Bad stuff could happen if I fully run out of Shironite. I was using my stored Shironite to produce... where did I do it? I did it in Marker Stone. I think. There's a temporary event where you have to create items and trade them off in bulk. And you use Shironite for it. And Shironite has limited amount of production. But I had like surplus. So I had them use the surplus to make... Have I run out? They seem to be using a lot of it. There's no Shironite in here, right? Yeah, there's none in here. It just seems to be going in as... There should be gaps. Yeah, there's gaps. So as it's being made, it's coming into these machines. I'm going to turn these off so that we can build that back up, because I do not want a deficit. I was just using the stocks. And this is temporary anyway, so I'll be bringing this down at some point. There we go. So that should be able to build my stock back up. This is what... Like, don't look at this. This is what I call in my head the mess. This isn't even my worst one. It started out normal, and then there were so many little... Like, trying to make this efficient is kind of a nightmare. I had to start attaching things to other things all the way across, and then piping different fluids into the fluid machine, and then trying to run the depot all the way alongside, and I'm completely full of this blue crap and I have nothing to do with it. One thing they do is that the patches release the things that you make and the recipes for them in stages. So I maybe... Why is this not making anything? Right, that heavy Shironite is just very slow to produce. It probably doesn't have any because I didn't have any Shironite in stock. I'm sure it'll be fine if I let it, like, build back up again. So sometimes you're left with, like, dangling ends of side production. I don't know why I'm going into so much detail about it. It's not really necessary, but, like, one of these machines, this one, the shredding unit, takes, what is it, ferrium? Ferrium ore, which then refines into ferrium, which then gets shredded into ferrium powder, because I need ferrium powder to run this one machine down there. But I only need, like, a little bit of it, so all the rest of that ferrium powder just gets put back into storage, and I don't have anything to do with it yet. But they may add something later down the line, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll do some gameplay. You use the factory system to create your equipment, which is its own thing, and then you can progressively produce more and more equipment to fuse down into what you've made and make it even better with diminishing returns. I usually just go along the line of my icons and see what I have to do each day. So what is my daily? Oh, missing robots daily in Power Plateau. So let's go back to the original area. I've set up a quick way to get there for this one. So that'll be fun to show that I did. The reason that you make these industrial level facilities and stuff is so that you have the resources to make what you're told to do easier. So when I'm given a daily task like this, it's like you have to go into a map and find a bunch of missing robots, but the robots are nowhere near the teleport point. So you can set up a zip line next to the teleport point that gets you there way faster than running, because the dailies take place on a set location. So all I do is take a couple of these and I placed it next to the robots. So I put a beacon, then I get back on, then I can skip going up the stairs, grab these ones, and then simply jump off, and there's the rest. And there's also this very funny Dark Souls-esque function where the facilities you set up are shared across the player base, and people just put up signs to tell you where stuff is. Like this one, this is someone else's facility alerting me that the daily robot is here in case I was gonna miss it. So there's a bunny. There's a lot of bunnies. So yeah, I can get there quickly without running into enemies on the way. And if you're not doing that, you do run into like enemies, and it's kind of boring and long. So in essence, they made the game not fun on its basic level to prompt you to make it quicker by using the facilities you can build in the world. You can also put combat machines, like machine guns and stuff, and I haven't done that much because I haven't done any essence etching. Alright, and you just do one daily task and then that's the daily done. Yay, gacha dailies! Oh my god, I just realized my ads module isn't working. I guess we had ads and I didn't notice. I am so sorry. I didn't notice there were ads because my ads module in OBS just shut down. I'm sorry. What else do we have? What is that? It says you can participate in this to get these? I don't care about that really. Oh, this doesn't show up on stream because it's technically a different window. I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to play Pastry Tower. The music's kind of funny. I don't think the music's even showing up. Yeah, I got rid of the icon. That's whatever. Weekly's done. This is pretty good progress. Okay, let's do my other stuff. So, oh my god, management, outpost management. Oh, these are fine. Wait, I have a lot of these batteries. I'll give you a few of those. Don't want to cap out. I haven't done a lot in. Oh, that's so much ferrium. Have some of those. I really need to redo everything in Valley 4 just because I didn't know what I was doing the first time. I had no clue. Here we go. This is their version of Animal Crossing turnips. This one's low today, so I'm gonna buy a bunch of these. And it has to be a round number or I'll die. And then you can check if your friends, who you can see here, have a high price for that item that day. And then you can go sell them to your friend and they have to buy it from you. Oh, what is this? Unity syrup. Didn't I sell that the other day? Okay, Unity syrup. So yeah, like I said in the title, this is just me dicking around. I was thinking like I don't want to continue Cassette Beasts because we had the ending and I felt like it felt complete. So what do I do? And then I had like a moment of, oh, I can stream anything I want actually. Let's do this. I want to stream Arknights just like the one time maybe. Thank you for buying my bills, Josh. Okay, goodbye. Buying my bill? No, buying my Unity syrup, whatever that is. And that's all for the Valley ones. Oop, let's double check. Okay, yeah, those are done. The Wooling ones. Environment monitoring probably has a quest. Stock redistribution. Yeah, let's get some of these. Round number. And does anyone have... These are harder to sell. I don't know exactly how this works, but they don't always show up under the friends value. Nope, that's fine. Okay. And the supplies. You can have a bunch of these gourd thingies. There you go. And you can have some batteries. Okay, cool. Alright, let's do that. This quest. Photograph the peach tree. The people who planted and nurtured it gave their lives for Wooling. Okay. Where is this? Oh, wait. There? Oh, jeez. Oh, wait. There's a teleport there. I forgot that. In fact, I don't remember activating this teleport. If I run out of general doodads to mess around with, I'll just go exploring. Exploring is nice in this game, mostly because it looks so damn good. The environments are just sumptuous. Where's it gonna ask me to go? So that at one point there was a collectible down there on that lake, and you can see that there's no way you can jump far enough. And then you notice there's a speed up blob next to it. Okay, this is the peach tree, right? Where is the... Do I have to use the photo taking spot that the game tells me? Or can I just like... take a picture? Yeah, I can take a picture like this. Okay. I don't need to find the prompt. Look at that picture. Look at these men just standing there. Men do know how to stand for pictures. What did I do there? Oh, right. The event. I did something really desperate a second ago. Oh, that was some good stuff. Oh, no, this is prompting me to buy the other thing. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Week 3? Oh, it's just new stuff. Okay, die. You get weapons from the... I always mix them up for some reason. They're both like weapons and boxes and You get weapons through the weapon gacha, which you can only spend points on that come from the actual gacha. So you have to be rolling on characters to collect points to then roll on the weapons. Which is kind of fine from the perspective of you get one by doing the other, so you don't need to save up the actual currency to get weapons with. You'll you'll roll on characters and then use what you get from rolling on characters to roll on the weapons. And it feels like that's more fair. But on the other hand, it's really expensive. It's 2,000 of these, and this whole time I played, I had 8,000 when I logged in. The reason it went down is that I want the Endman's signature weapon, and I keep waiting for it to come into the buyable place in the shop because I can afford it now, but it's never there. They keep putting up random bullshit no one wants. And you can get it through the weapon gacha, but I don't need to pull any other weapons because I don't have any other characters. Because you aren't giving me characters that feel like they mean anything. And the only other way to get it is to buy the Arsenal bundle for £1. Oh yeah, another issue. If you get the character early, you don't have enough weapon tickets, so you probably just have to keep rolling if you really wanted it. But yeah, if you get lucky on one, that's actually bad news for trying to get the weapon for them. So it's kind of like a give and take sort of thing. But yeah, £1 is not a lot of money. That's true. However, I don't want to like crack that egg. I've been waiting for this weapon. I haven't. He's underwhelmingly built because he doesn't have his weapon, and I'm not investing in the weapon he does have, despite being decent for him, because it's not the one I want to invest in later when I have it. And I don't want to buy it because when this game released, people who spent money on the game had fraudulent purchases sent to their accounts and their PayPals. So I don't really want to do that. I don't wanna spend money. If I could press a shiny pound into the palm of an employee at Griff Tech, whatever they're called, and then get it, then sure. If I could give them a piece of cash, fine, I'd do it. But I don't really, even if it never happened again, I'm not gonna like make that starting point. I don't intend to spend money ever. So asking me to spend a tiny little bit and set up the whole payment process is just like, no, I will wait for you to cycle it through the goddamn shop, which you haven't done in like 3 months. Your name is Babbles. Oh, it's a kid. Hey, Babbles. I didn't know people lived here. Do you live here by yourself? There was a super nice guy with silver hair who couldn't find his way out. Yeah, you didn't. I knew who it was. You didn't have to, like, point it out. He sat on the porch with me and counted some petals. The stories are about him. Hang on a minute. This is actual lore? What? Babbles, why do you have actual lore? The stories are about himself and his 2 companions. My favorite's the one where they went to the Cosmic Gate and then he gave me rice cakes to eat after I promised to keep the story secret. That's weird. Why would he offer that? Okay, your parents are dead and people just come around to help you out. Okay, that's kind of weird. There's a city, you know? There's a city of, like, a lot of people. But I'm glad I randomly did that because, I think there's one thing, if it wasn't in this game, I would not really be considering playing it long term. But whatever the hell is going on between Endman and Ardashir is the only compelling thing about this. I mean that. Nobody actually cares about getting to hold hands with the, hang on. With Zhuang Fangyi. No one really like gives a shit about that. It's just there so that lonely gacha playing men can be like, oh my god, a woman wants to hold my hand. No, show me more scenes where the Endman and Ardashir like clearly almost about to kiss. They did that. I'm not making that up. I'm not like projecting. Why are these? Why is there a line of these? How much even is a pound? I think I don't know right now. It's probably like $1.30 or something. It's like a bit more than $1. It used to be like almost double at one point. And then things fucked up. I bought the $1 Endman sword and regret it because I hate they gave Hypergriff money. Yeah, I mean, that's another reason not to do it. I'm not gonna say I don't condone it because I can't tell people what to do, but it's usually my approach to never spend money on gacha games. Some people obviously do, and I guess if they didn't, we wouldn't have the game. But I don't have to, and I never intend to. Not even like being a low spender. The game's free, and I'm gonna treat it as free, and anything I get is just like a bonus. Plus, usually I don't want that many characters, you know, that I need to worry. Visit underground area. That's the... Okay, let's continue this one, I think. I don't know what order I'm supposed to do these in. Please don't chug when I go back to the city. I don't think I really need to explain how the story works. It's like... It's a pretty standard, you're a hero, you visit places that need help, and you help out, and there's probably a big scene where something nearly destroys everything, and then it doesn't, and you helped. Yay! And the thing that was kind of unique about this one is that they have a protective mineral that everything is made out of called Shiranite, and the way that they produced it was very intensive, and they were running out of materials to actually make it with. So they were going to run out of city protection, which would be a massive deal. And then you show up like, hey, our whole deal is making shit in a big factory. If you give us a big square of land and we put down a factory, we will supply you with Shiranite, and we'll come up with a better way to do it. And they were like, you can't do that. Wait a minute, you did. So you help them by having the factory. Which is fun. I like that the factory like has its own role in this game.
But hey, did you happen to notice some dirty sneak following us in secret?
What?
No, stop! I'm just going the same way, that's all!
Iron Bosun? Why are you here? I thought you left Wuling.
Don't mention it. I can't find my bro Rusty. After we got away from you, Rusty and I planned to leave Wuling. But we ran into a bunch of splatters. Extra large ones too, mind you.
They have a lot of nicknames for things, and some of them do sound quite natural, I will say, but they're not always read overly natural. Please don't chug my PC train. Can you post that emote just by itself so that it comes up really big in the chat on screen? I want to see the train. How do you post that during hype trains? Like during Duck Hunt or something?
Rusty tried to protect me and distracted them on his own.
You can also try and diagnose... Yay, thank you! Look at the huge train! You can try and diagnose the NPCs with what animal they are based on the attributes. These look a bit like horse ears, but we'd have to see the tail.
What happened next?
Oh yeah, I think that's a horse guy.
I don't know. He told me to look for him at Peach Blossom Wharf before he ran off. Ah, it's a code name that only the two of us know.
Well, thanks for using it.
Anyways, I waited for ages, but Rusty never showed up. What happened to my bro? I'm super worried right now. I knew he scampered off towards the city. I made my way here, but found nothing. Oh, what? Really? I can?
Wuling just went through a lot. A Stockhader wouldn't have an easy time near the city. And there's tons of residual blight and Angloy around. It's safer in a group, right?
But I thought you got some important investigations going on. Would I get in your ways? Oh, thank you very much.
You're really nice to your bro, you know that?
Well, he likes being a hero. You saw that before, right? Oh yeah. What exactly are you investigating around here?
They do cut to black like a
Got it.
lot.
We're gonna find clues
Couldn't
about
they
some
have just
watch
given
guard.
him a cursory explanation while we continue running? The ease with which gachas I have played cut to black and right on the screen, you did this,
Iron Bosun, get behind me!
is kind of bafflingly common. You don't need that nearly as awful as you think. People can assume a lot of stuff, but fine. Oh, this isn't fully voiced. Okay. Yeah, okay. Did we need that? Okay.
I see a gathering of Angeloi. Wait, hold on. Isn't this residue of Originium arts?
Active
Is
originium
it?
of such levels might have been left by a rampant arts unit.
A rampant arts unit. And a gathering of Angeloi.
Who?
Things probably didn't end well for the caster.
But who else has Originium powers?
This one will be quite a hassle. Watch out, people.
Also, if anyone does play this game and they know how to play it well, I know I am fighting like a complete weirdo. I don't do this properly. I never looked up how to do it properly. I haven't built anyone properly. I'm just doing stuff.
Incinerate!
I would like to build Lavatane at some point.
Shows. Oh.
But, I mean, she's coming second to me just wanting to see Endman doing that, saying things. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's a really long one and I don't have my skills up. Okay, now I do.
I think I saw something.
Okay, that's fine, Chen, but I'm gonna collect these first. These are very useful. Give. Okay.
Is this the arts unit?
What is that?
The caster must have fought a terrible battle. Could this caster be Jiaoban?
Oh, we couldn't animate this.
This is Rusty's. When you were fighting, I saw something familiar and went ahead to pick it up. What do you say? Does this mean that Rusty... he's...
This only proved that he was here.
Bosun, finding a clue is a good thing. Once we take care of Mithu's issue, we'll focus on finding him.
I made some progress.
I thought she was
Verified the second
saluting,
body
but I
is
guess she's getting a
Vincent.
phone call.
What about you?
Like, look at the icon. Look at Mifu's icon. Like, she's got this kind of slightly choppy, but also wild, white to pink gradient hair with these very jagged horns in there. That by itself, that is awesome looking. That is cool as hell. But then if you see the rest of her outfit is like, did you eat one day blindness stew the day you went clothes shopping?
Mithu, we found traces of Originium activation.
Why are you wearing
An
that?
arts unit ran.
We found what is left of the arts unit, but we're unsure if it belonged to Japan.
I'm actually nearby. Heading over right now.
I'm not gonna be able to forget that. Now I'm just gonna look at her and be like, no,
This is
Mifu,
indeed Japan's
don't eat
arts
the
unit.
one day blindness stew.
I guess this is over. Thank you for your assistance. Wait, who is this?
So her tail looks like this. It's kind of weird. I don't know what animal that would be supposed to be, but everyone else has very natural colors, or if they're unnatural, it's because the animal is like a dragon or something. I don't know what this is. Nothing looks like that. It's very fake seeming.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is Iron Bosun. You two probably met before.
This is an
At
NPC.
the
Don't
study.
act like we care about him.
Huh. The Stockader brothers.
We got separated.
He probably won't get far in ruling.
Indeed.
I have a general
Stockaders
rule
are
about
unpopular in the city right now.
typical gacha
Keep
game
your eyes on
dialogue.
this one.
You only need to listen to the first half of it. The second half of every dialogue box is superfluous.
Thanks.
You sure? How is he? Any critical conditions? Okay. Give me the witness info. Okay. Got it. I'll be there.
See, we didn't need
We
the
found
majority of that.
He's still alive?
Yeah. Somewhere near Serenity Garden.
That's wonderful.
So,
We only needed to hear that,
I got
Chen.
the same question. So I asked. Jaban was only wearing his undergarments when they found him.
Oh no.
Huh? But the body we were investigating.
Yeah, someone
Wasn't
stole the
he-
uniform.
I'm going to Serenity Garden and have a talk with the
Serenity Garden. In this city watchguard's outfit.
I don't really know what quest this is. What is this? I guess it's just a follow-up. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this first? Surely not, since I've unlocked it. I guess I'll just keep going. But that's why I'm doing good on stream, because I was like, I don't know how much of this to do and when. Other people help me. Oh my god, where is it? Oh, yeah, Marcus Stone. Marcus Stone. Marcus Stone was fun to do exploration in. But I am really a huge sucker for video game levels that have torrential rain. It's still there. I thought it might clear up when the plot was completed, but look at the wind effects. This is insane to me. Guess what my favorite Left 4 Dead level is? That's right, it's Hard Rain. I would play Hard Rain any day, anywhere. It was Hard Rain, right? Heavy Rain was the fucking David Cage game. I never realized it was that big. I think I never looked up. Gamers don't look up. It's a matter of honor.
We've arrived. It's over
Pigeons.
there. Oh, Captain May.
Why is there a
Are you
flower
here to
girl
talk
here?
about the situation. I'm Ling Yue, and I usually sell flowers here. I saw someone stumbling into the garden.
Girl, there's a storm on. Go home.
It was shortly after the battle. I hid because I didn't know who the man was. He got closer, and I saw he was really hurt. He seemed to be looking for something.
Wait. What was this man wearing?
Just his undergarments, and they were really dirty. Let me think. He was holding something. Like a bundle of clothes.
Close? What kind?
I don't know. I couldn't see clearly because he was holding them real tight. I asked if he was looking for something. He was very weak. But he asked me where Tian Shizhong's merit stone is.
Huh? Tian Shizhong! Yeah, Tian Shizhong. He's my grandpa.
But I only sell flowers here. I didn't know where they placed Tian Shizhong's merit stone. He hesitated a bit, but he also looked really worried and went right into Serenity Garden. And then he stumbled out shortly afterwards. The bundle in his arms was gone as well. I was thinking about helping him when he suddenly fell to the ground. It scared me.
Those flowers
So I
are
called
pulling
the
off a
watchguards and
massive
they told me
feat
to wait here.
of, I don't know, self-gravity.
Good. I think I know what happened. Rest easy now. Thank you for your cooperation.
Does Jaban know your grandpa?
I don't know. Why is he looking for my grandpa's merit stone?
We should find the bundle he was carrying. That should crack our case.
Also, God, the rain effects. Every time I see the rain effects, I lose my mind. I've never seen rain effects this good. The overall graphical fidelity is like so high, but you can see the rain. You can just see it.
Where's your grandpa's merit stone?
Just follow me.
Gives me something to look at while they repeat something for the 15th time. Pigeons. Why are you here? Go inside. Okay, I guess he's mourning. That's fine. You can't really tell someone who's mourning.
Breakers usually keep to the wildlands.
Not.
All
Don't
fringes of
start.
civilization.
Oh my. He says this
Only the
one
largest
line
clans could lay claim
over
to
and over and
permanent
over.
territory. Others are costly on the...
It's a short distance up ahead.
Ugh, so much blight. Bosun, you can slow down a bit.
The local Tianxia pillar is not working. We must repair it to get across.
Oh, that's what
Bosun,
clears this
we'll
up.
deal with this blight first. Then we'll go meet your grandpa together.
Oh boy, puzzles. Should you love puzzle? Oh my god, I get it! I get it, jeez. 6 of them. Okay. 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1. Don't make me look at the thing every time. Oh god, there's so much of it. Oh god. Okay.
Got my eyes
Oh, okay.
peeled for an opening. Alagora.
Yes, just shoot everything.
Crystallized!
Oh, that didn't work.
Take him out!
What do you mean? I want to take the natural sparkling water.
I'll remember that.
Good work, everyone.
What can I put down? What have I got in here? Oh, I don't need this. Do I have to clear any? Oh, no, that's not the right one. Okay, this one. And then this one, if I can get to it. Yep. Oh no, that's the one I already did. Oh, Bob. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Do I need to? Okay, I mean I can just do it. I did make the goddamn stuff. It is normal. I need backpack space. I need backpack space for the bottles. Why do I have a Why do I have this? Why is this in my backpack? Oh god, what can I drop? The backpack is so small. Okay. There we go. Oh yikes. What's in here? Are there any pillars in here? Or is this just for fun? Nope. Oh, that's the pillar we're trying to get to. We don't need to do this puzzle. I can literally just spray us a path, but sure. Okay, there it is. Don't look at me. Okay, one more. Where is it? Okay, can't go that way. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I don't know how I managed to find them with that much efficiency. Whoopee. Yay! It's all gone! A lot of the quests and stuff you do with the environment have this feeling of like doing your civic duty, keeping things clean and maintained because you're like the machinery guy.
The blight is gone. Thanks, everyone. Grandpa, your little Amo is here again.
Boing, boing, boing. Oh, this is a bit stilted. Oop.
An originium device?
I'll just stand on it. I'm sure your grandpa won't mind.
This is Rusty's. No, this can't be. Impossible. We promised to meet up at Peach Blossom Wharf.
Calm down, Bosun. It's all right. It's just some clothing.
The body you're investigating. It's got an Originium crystal on the left chest, right? That's what he had. The eye patch in the cave is also his.
We should give him a moment.
Grandpa,
If he knew about the matching,
we are really the worst kids.
the match up with the X-ray we had, why didn't he say anything
We
before?
failed at school and everything. We then ran off and became bandits. Back at the stockade, I was afraid to hear people talk about old John and his super disappointing grandkids. We were afraid to see you. Grandpa, Ago told me that he still wants to be a Tianshu. I want to say it too. That's why we decided to quit the stockade. We were really trying to start over, Grandpa. Protect Ago and help him return safely.
Okay, we're gonna leave you here now, buddy. Bye. I do think it's pretty funny.
Hunter can read the
Oh my
winds,
god, please.
use it
You're
to
as bad
predict
as
the weather,
Zhongli.
or to trap the prey.
It's funny that I've played through a bunch of this solo, and I think I've posted a few reactions I had to it, but the bit that I'm actually streaming is just a really inconsequential final quest or whatever. I didn't even show the gay bit. We could have watched the gay bit together. I bet that would have done numbers. It's literally me sitting there like, are you serious? Are you doing the what? They would never do this, but it really seemed for a moment like all the fan service stuff was really just inconsequential to the point of that literally doesn't matter. This dude's gay. Wait, what? It almost felt like that was the genuine thing they were getting at. He's fine. He's fine. Oh, we're actually being taken there? That almost never happens.
Aaron Bosun and Rusty Hook. They both used to be Wulin citizens.
I presume you knew already, Captain Me?
I'm not a note at all. I just assigned
Is there
someone
anyone
on
who
it.
didn't
The
used to
two
be a
brothers,
member of the
Jiang
other
Zhengguo and
faction?
Jiang Zhenglao went missing a few years ago. I was surprised.
I saw a pack of Angoloid chasing him and did not hesitate.
Beer
Too many of them.
dimension!
Things got a little hot.
Is it a real gacha game without a little gay? Yeah, they don't do that. They don't do that. It's all stuff for straight men all the time. If they put anything in, then it'll be like a girl on girl tease that doesn't count as representation because it's for men.
I didn't even know the name of the poor guy.
So it being so very like that, it's not subtle about it. It's not explicit. It is still like implied, but it's implied on a level that it's not like the stuff between your player avatar and the women where it focuses on you having cute positive interactions. All of it does. The stuff that makes no sense, like Gilberta, where it's like, who the hell is this? And suddenly you're holding her hand for no reason. And the stuff with the really important ruler of this area where you have to discuss actual tactics with her, and then she's like taking you around town, and it's like, where'd the plot go? No, this is two guys. I can sum it up. Hang on, I wrote a thing that summed it up. It's like, you, the player character, have amnesia. That's the insert point of your character. You have been reconstituted from the remains of yourself from like 10 years ago when you unfortunately exploded. You've now finished reconstituting and you've come back to life, but you do not have the memories of the life that you were previously on. So you're having to relearn everything, which is a setback for the plans of the company you work for, which was expecting you to be able to jump back into your role and continue to lead the company with all the ambition and directives that you used to have. This game is very clearly appearing to set up a kind of a basis where Endfield is kind of exploiting the administrator to some degree. He doesn't even know who he used to be or what he used to do, but he has to run a huge company with reliant employees and contractors while being told what to do by people who do remember. And no one seems to actually care about him as a person, except for the villain, who... Well, there was a female villain who turned out to like turn into a dragon, and she was just kind of... She was very maleficent, just kind of a bad woman, bad dragon woman, and we exploded her in the last story bit, but she was reporting to, she was inferior to the new villain, this guy. He's well dressed, he's got a little ponytail, he walks with a cane, despite looking about 20. So he's got like little earrings and rings and stuff, so he looks very, very high class. And as soon as you meet him, like many people, like a lot of characters, he implies that he knows you from before, but you've forgotten everything. And this is not even like a rare thing for a main character. Wuthering Waves does the same thing. You come back to life after a huge 10-year or is it 20-year gap or something, and you used to be in charge of a large group of people in a clandestine operation, and now you're trying to reintegrate with these people, many of whom remember and know you in ways that you aren't aware of, and it's jarring to you that they seem to know you so well when you've forgotten everything. So there's definitely like a huge parallel between those games. But whereas Wuthering Waves does it all with the female characters, where there's multiple instances, more than I can count on like one hand, where you meet up with some new woman and it seems like you're just getting to know each other for the first time, and then it turns out that she knew you in the before times and you were really important to her, and ever since you haven't been there anymore, she's had some sort of bad time because of it, or gone insane, or just missed you terribly, or has developed a complex because you suddenly disappeared after promising that you'd stay with her. It's all about you all the time. This one is like, this dude shows up, is perfectly nice to you, starts doing things. Oh my gosh! Hello, Naelia Friend, with a friend raid. Hello, Naelia. Hello, Kirsta Reaper. I'm gonna give you a shout out if I could. Oh, I have to change my keyboard. Shout out. I hope I spell it right. There we go. Oh, you were playing Arknights too. I mean, Endfield. Are you playing Endfield too? Yeah, hello. Nice to see you. And hello, Valken Reaver. You got a lot of Reavers and Reapers in your chat. Hi. Which bit of the game were you getting involved in, and what do you think of it at the moment? Thank you for joining us. I'm just doing a chill little stream, just for the sake of it. I had a little bit of content to do. I was just recounting for the sake of chat, the general vibe going on that's... How do I explain this? The fact that... I play male Endman, so I usually refer to him as male, but I am acknowledging, of course, that in other people's games, that he can be female. A lot of the ways he interacts with the playable character females, it's all females. We haven't had like a 6-star male character yet. It has formally revolved around getting to do just like silly and cute and minor, just little things, just tiny little moments of this woman is spending time with you, and I'm trying to explain what it's like to have that scene where you get to have a one-on-one with Ardashir, and he's manipulated that to begin with, and he's never been anything but like nice and normal to the player. He's only ever just like said, hey, do you want, can we talk, or can we do that? He's doesn't act evil, like he's not like Nefereth. And then you get to speak to him alone, and he reveals that you and he were some kind of, you had some relationship with him in some form, and he's trying to come to terms with that you don't remember him at all, and he seems kind of distressed by that. And then he offers to take you somewhere to like maybe illustrate what he's talking about, maybe to jog the memories back or something. And he kind of intuits that you won't trust him because in the form you currently are in, you do not, and you cannot trust him because all of your teammates assume that he's pure evil. Because he is doing bad stuff on the side, but not to you. And because he intuits that, he says, look, if you come with me and do this, I will just let you kill me when we get back. He straight up says, just give me this one thing, and then I'll just die. If you'll just let me have that. And you just go, no. If you think about it for 2 seconds, it's really heartbreaking. I mean, he wants to convert you back to what you were before. Like, I think he wants you to get your memories back of him. I don't know if he assumed that maybe if you went to a location that was previously known to you, it might bring the memories back, but he's clearly not happy with you not remembering him. And I think it implies that they had some kind of strong relationship of some sort, because of how badly affected by it he is. From Ardashir's perspective, someone that meant a lot to him has been brought back to life after a decade, and that person now doesn't know who he is, and because he has no memories, whatever Ardashir is doing looks evil, and now he cannot like even have a conversation with you because you're seeing him as an enemy. It just feels so sad to me. I want to know more about it, and that's my main reason for continuing the game. I really want to know what's going on there. I really hope I'm not being queer baited because I've never fallen for that before, but I can't rule it out. At the same time, with what that entails, it is similar to the Doctor in Arknights. I'm also interested in finding out what the relation is between the two player characters of the games. I haven't played original Arknights myself. I was encouraged into this game by a friend who has for several years. I really like that the coat Endman is wearing is very clearly the Doctor's coat with the hood pulled back. My personal pet theory, I do have a pet theory, despite not being that familiar with the universe. I think Endman is a clone. Originally, I was like, I don't think they actually resurrected him at all. I think they just made a new clone, and that's why they're telling him he should have had his memories and they just didn't surface. He's actually just cloned because they couldn't bring back like the big splotch of meat that was left behind when he exploded. I also think maybe he's a clone of the Doctor, the Arknights Doctor, because I'm pretty sure you never see what he looks like. And it turns out he was hot, who knows?
He is Jiang Zhenggo.
I only realized later that I saved a stockader. Sometimes it's hard to tell the bandits apart from the good ones.
Oh my god, so deep.
Regardless, the guy managed to reach a safe place. I thought he'd run for it, but I was bleeding all over the place. Couldn't even tell where my wound was.
I'm into the beard. You
I
so
collapsed to the
rarely see
ground,
beards on
he kept
gacha game
shaking
characters,
me to
even
keep me awake.
NPCs.
told
Thank
me
you for
that the
putting a
stockade
beard on
turncoats
someone.
were
Stockade turncoats.
Oh my god, it's
The last
illustrated.
thing I remember was him taking off my outfit.
Sorry, I'm sorry. This is very intense and clearly like emotional for everyone involved. I'm sorry.
Why did he... It's okay. I figured it out. The stockade turncoats were killing every Woolinger they see. The guy saved you.
Oh.
He saved me. Perhaps I was seeing things before I passed out. He
Oh,
wore
you should
my
look at
watch
Helga.
guard
I
uniform.
know the guy
Smiled
Pog is like
before he left.
I forgot the word, clone from what you know, whatever it is. Why did they change it? What I understand that this is a game set in the future and they're taking like slight off versions of the previous game's characters, and that's fine. That's a fun concept you could like juggle around. But why are some characters seemingly okay? Like Labatane is really similar to the character she's from, right? I can't remember quite exactly what it's like, but they look very, very similar. Why is Pogranichnik like younger and doesn't have the beard? The beard made that guy. There's also a younger version of him as a skin. Unnecessary. I'm not even
Serenity
into beards.
Guard.
I don't like beards myself as of my taste,
Merit
but
Stone.
there's none of
He
them.
kept shouting these
So
words.
I just want to see
over
more
and over.
beards and then
That's why
not
you were
like
mumbling
them.
these.
Serenity Guard.
Sorry. From what I know of
Chen
Doctor
Shenzhen.
and a certain
Merit
female
Stone.
are messing around with Originium,
These words
they
kept
call you
appearing in
Child
my
of
mind.
Originium, so it's like a character's. I mean, if that's in the
I
lore,
was still in the cave when I woke up.
I thought Child of Originium
The
was
guy was
just a
already
kind
gone.
of designation of the
battle in the
fact that
city
you
seemed to
were
be
imbued
over.
with the powers of it. It's like a way of saying that you're. It's just a way of saying you have those powers.
I felt incredibly dizzy.
Oh yeah, reconveners. Sorry, I
used
couldn't remember the
words to
word.
guide me and made my way to Serenity Garden. And in the garden, I found the Merit Stone with Jung's name inscribed upon it.
How much of
And
Arknight's story do you know?
Left his clothes there.
Basically nothing. I'm playing
Took the last
Enfield
bits of
from
my
the
strength.
perspective of someone
When I opened my
who
eyes
is
again,
coming into this blind
I
to
was
the
in a
rest of the
medical clinic.
universe.
So,
And I don't feel
this-
like I really want to be... Wash hand notice! Sorry, that's fun. Wash hand notice. They translated something in the graphics. That's nice.
I hope you have your answers. Visiting hours are almost over.
We could be a
Please,
reconvener of the
let the
Doctor. Yeah,
patient
basically, I feel like that's
after
my
yourself.
main idea,
We're
given
leaving
that
for
we've
now.
been introduced to reconveners through Lavatane. Okay, we leave. My computer is so hot. My computer
They're
is
here.
taking off into the space with its fans right now.
Searched Rusty Hook's clothing and found this.
Yeah, you can tell me about whoever the Doctor is. You don't see their appearance, right?
It probably gave off the traces of Originium in our
Okay, we
sleep.
don't need
Just
to explain
play.
every single thing.
Mal, I remember when we sneaked into that old Chencha courtyard. The old Slayer also gave his disciple an audio tape.
But they're also still making original Arknights, and it's
Listen,
still
my
getting
man,
content
by
stuff,
the
right? So
time
they
you
could
hear this,
add stuff
I'll no
to
longer-
it
That's great
that
acting, right?
might
Listen
feed
well
into
to the
this that
words
we
I'm
don't know
about to
yet.
say. I'm about to start my own journey.
Oh, that Doctor created Originium.
I gotta apologize to you. Those were Grandpa's adventures. Now I gotta get myself a decent head
I need to
start, but
leave Wooling. I'm
you ever
sorry.
miss
It's just
me?
making my computer
if you don't miss me,
turn
no
into a
sentiment.
space heater.
Blessed. Well, he thought he could
I know. Your brother died. I know.
hear us.
Why did it swap camera
Captain,
angles?
We found the truth, at least.
Yes,
Oh yeah, the tree, the big tree. Yeah,
we have the truth.
we planted
I
it.
wonder what we can do for Bosun.
Hello, blockhead.
What can we really do?
I need to get out of this area. This is like,
internal
you know, when
wall.
5 is in the Lahai Roy Academy and their computers are shut down. It's really nice, but I'm gonna die from heat stroke. Okay, are we? Okay, we're done. We can now do the main quest, which I'm more interested to see, to be quite honest. Where am I going? I want to just meet up with someone over here. I'll run. Everyone enjoy the city.
Where should we go next?
Thanks, Enman. Oh, wait. Can I? Wait. Yeah. I love throwing him off stuff. He's fine. Definitely to this game's credit, there is no fall damage. You can just leap off things if you need to get somewhere. Would have been massively to their detriment if they had fall damage in this. Doctor also in between lost his memory. Oh yeah, I mean it probably does make sense. I do enjoy sometimes being like, okay, I don't know this, and I'm gonna act like I don't need to know it. You know, some people who are really into the universe will have a different perspective, and I've got this one, and let's see how that pans out. Ooh. There's so much water here. I wonder if he feels scared because he can't swim. I guess none of this is, I mean, this is not deep. Now we all have wet shoes. Oh look, they don't want to go. No. Okay, they kind of want to go in the water, but they don't really. There we go. Everyone have wet socks with me. Okay, hello. Is she humming? I'm not sure. That might have been the background music. Can't a girl zone out? Oh, did she like fall asleep? What will happen when we find Rhodes Island on Talos 2? I'm still not even completely aware of the names of all the things. That's how uninitiated I am. I'm just here to see this guy like point at stuff. Looks at my watch.
Well, it's alright. I just arrived too. And you? All drenched in sweat.
Please don't say that.
Did you come rushing here?
What? I don't. This is really uncomfortable.
Liar.
Is this supposed to be cute? Like I said before, I was expecting a game that involved a big organization based around industrial manufacturing, was going to be about like professional behavior and less of the weird anime stuff. But no, they just they keep going with it, and it's just really ill-fitting all the time. Why can't we have a conversation like actual professional adults? This is the kind of talk that would happen between 7-year-olds. What do you mean? How does that make two of us? Also, I don't know why the organization is named after a state. It does seem a bit... It just makes me think of the state.
There's a lot on the agenda, and it's a little tiring.
So you, like, fell asleep standing in the middle of the city?
The AIC factory has quickly restored our post-disaster Shiranite production. The Tianshi pillar array is also working properly again. As for city repairs, Nifu is handling it well, and Tung Tung is taking care of her stockade. I shouldn't be asking you, but...
Which of these things implies the least amount of caring about her? This one. How is your Factorio factory? It's fine. It's fine. One of my areas is really mostly well planned, and all the other ones are just bullshit that I put together as and when I needed it, and it's bad.
But even now, the lantern remains dark.
Do you have to turn it on?
Indeed, Intamin.
You have a light source that only turns on when it's safe and it senses. It's like the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Words won't explain it. I should just show you myself.
Wasn't there already a giant... Oh great, we're holding hands again.
Not again.
Oh my god, thanks Yoey. Just he manages to say every occasional thing without the gruff stoicism, and it always gets a laugh out of me.
A viceroy of Wuling must constantly monitor.
Yeah, wasn't there already a giant rift somewhere that would have been a problem? I don't think we dealt with that.
Straight down.
I forgot what this is. What is this? Oh, right. I can go look at the factory again if you want, but it's not... It would be quick, I guess. Okay.
Definitely not. But my schedules are packed. A leisurely walk is a
I don't think they
luxury
think
I
about
can't
that, Blockhead.
afford.
I think it's more like the English dubbers will keep up with whatever we put down. I do know I asked so I asked a few of the English Genshin cast once what the most difficult stuff they had to do in any way, like just what was difficult for them to perform. And Griffin Burns said having to say Liyue perfectly, and if he couldn't get it, they sent it back a note that was like, redo the line. You have to say Liyue, and it has to be perfect. And he wasn't allowed to get away with not being able to say it, so he had to re-record that stuff. So if they really care about it, they'll make you do the lines over.
It's second nature to me. The matter is urgent, so I just dragged you along without thinking.
Okay.
Though I blocked Nefereth's hit, the aftershocks have compromised the Shirenite Dam. A new rift has appeared.
Oh, I liked her like facial animation when she did that.
Layouts of the underground area are quite complex. Stay close when we get there.
Oh, important shit. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. When I'm using the standardized team, does that use my own stats and like scale them down to level 60? Or is it a rental style Enderman that has nothing to do with what I've done?
A rift hotspot. To suppress rift formation, we need more than the surface level tincture array.
Orb!
The surface level and underground arrays
Big
work together
orb!
to keep the rift in Blight Tide at bay. The underground
Oh my god,
array
it's
is
ad time
buried
again,
deep
and I didn't
underwater.
see.
Hardly anyone
I
knows
didn't see
about
the
it.
notification.
This is for the best. If
Hang
we
on,
had
I'll
kept the
pause
Shirenite
as soon as I
Dam
have a
intact,
second.
the
I
rift would
usually
have never reached here.
don't play through ad breaks so people don't miss things, but sometimes my OBS is weird about it. Well, I guess it's just a cutscene. We're just walking.
Careful.
Speaking of being unprofessional. Yes, make him cower more. Oh, I remember this. This is like, back in the Valley 4 storyline, there were, like, big pylon things that sent out a shockwave, and you had to protect yourself with the saplings. It feels like that. Okay, there we go. Well, the ad's basically done now. I'm sorry I missed it. It usually flags up in my visual range that ad will be coming, and it's not really doing it. Well, usually when we have ad break, I do briefly explain. Did not even get ads. Well, that's good. That solves the problem. Thanks for telling me. When we do have ads, I usually just put up an intermediary screen, and I mention that during my streams, I offer a shiny Pokemon to be adopted. And every stream, there's if one's been adopted, we'll get a new one. If anyone who's rolled in today would like this one, it's up in the left corner. It's a shiny Staravia, which has not been a popular choice. I know they're very common, but just in case there's anyone out there that's perhaps always wanted to have one of the Starly family, this is a shiny that I got in Legends Arceus, and we trade them live. We just open Pokemon Home and we trade them across, so you can get this for yourself if anyone should want it. And now I will just continue. This is the same thing.
Thankfully, we have enough Shirenite here to keep the Tianshu pillar running at full power.
Is there a shiny that you would never part with?
From getting bigger.
Do you mean a specific one that I own, or one of a certain species? There isn't anything of a certain species well, it depends. I basically keep one of every species to myself, and what I give away are the extra ones that I have that I don't need. So I do keep just one of every family in my own box, and then when I get extras, those are the ones I give away, which is very easy if you go out and do Pokemon Go community days, because you get a whole bunch of stuff of the one family all at once. I love seeing a shiny bird in the corner of stream forever. But I have so much more better. That sentence didn't work. I have so much better. No, that didn't work either. I've got other stuff. I've got stuff that isn't the Route 2 bird sitting around. When the last community day was Tinker Tink. I don't know what the middle stage is called. Tinker Tink. I got like 8 of them. I was only out for like half an hour. I've got 8 of these little guys, and someone's gonna take them. I don't have any modern Pokemon stuff. The way that we do it, you only need to have something on your phone. You don't have to have any games or a Switch to adopt from me, because it's phone-based. And then you can just keep it in your phone and look at it if you want. I don't mind. Anyone can adopt it for any reason. There are no rules. You just have to use channel points to claim it, and I can send it to you. You can, if anyone watching right now, you can download Home onto a phone that you have. It gives you a Pikachu, and we can trade. I'll take the Pikachu. You can have the bird. I don't care. I want to give them away. I have so many. I have so many shinies. There's better ones. There's probably like an Electabuzz in there or something. What's the best Pokemon route? Huh. God, I don't know. I've never thought about which was the best route before. You know, I'm gonna say the route. I need to look it up. Hang on a second. Keep looking at Zhuangfangi for 2 minutes. Oh, this is just by... does this have pictures? No. Hang on. Yeah, that's close. Hang on. Yeah, down from here. Which one is it? I'm gonna say Johto Route 32. That's my answer.
But as long as the rift remains, Wuling will not be safe.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you just had your
Counter the
own
rift.
stream. So if you need to rest, go right ahead.
However, the project was interrupted. What we have right now is an incomplete prototype. That's where
Something tells me we're going to get along splendidly.
Oh, thank you for following, Naelia.
It's not surprising. After the project was stalled, the Nexus became a key component.
I can't promise I'm gonna
Forge.
stream that much more Arknights. I mean, I could do.
We only
I could do
decided
it when
to
they
retrieve
do.
the Nexus
I could
because
throw
you
up
were
new
with us.
story
We
if
now
I don't feel like
stand a
doing it
chance to
alone. I want
complete
people
the
to
project quickly.
believe what I'm saying about how. What's the best term to use for this? How gay it was.
I dragged you
I wouldn't
to
have
the
believed it
underground
either,
array to
given
let you
the way they were
observe the
putting so
rift
much
up
emphasis
close
on
and assist you with your work.
how important you were to these other women that we've never met before.
Ether energy levels are now very low. The
Okay.
observation point is up ahead.
Okay, we need to move this along. Fangy. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh.
After the battle ended, the original structure was completely destroyed.
Do you have another
Nevertheless,
game lined up?
We used Sheer Knight
Actually,
to create a temporary.
I mean, I've got stuff that is in my going to stream it pile. I haven't picked the next one yet. Oh, was that in Chinese? Hang on, if that was in Chinese, does that imply that the characters are canonically speaking Chinese and it's just translated for our benefit on this end?
Yes.
She agrees with me. I have some stuff that I do want to stream, but I need it to like come in a sequence where it feels natural. I know that's weird. One thing I don't mind, I have said, like I think I've said before, I'm gonna stream Disco Elysium at some point. It is just sitting there waiting for me to begin, but I'm so intimidated by starting Disco Elysium. I don't even know really how it works. I feel like I'd be the one person ever who just did a bad job. But yeah, I really need to. I'm already endeared to the characters. I've seen them all around the place. That's not going to be my next one, I don't think. For some reason in my head, I was going to do like, if I had games that are in a series, I wanted to do the first instance of each series of something I was going to stream, and then do Disco Elysium as like the midpoint to say, yeah, I've done the first of each series I wanted to go for, and after Disco Elysium we go and do like the sequels. I don't know, I've been streaming like nearly 2 years or something. You'd think I could have gotten to Disco Elysium by now. If I hadn't started streaming, I never would have actually gotten around to playing Outer Wilds. Because of the same thing, I was so intimidated by it. Everyone said it was really, really good, and there was a bit of me that just couldn't believe that. I just kept thinking, I'm probably not gonna like it for some reason. I'm gonna come in expecting it to be incredibly good, and it'll be fine, and then I won't be able to like mask that I'm not as excited about it as everyone else wants me to be, and you know, and then I did finally make myself get to it because I knew it'd be good to stream, and it was fantastic. And I'm really glad that when something genuinely is really good, people let me know about it, and I don't have to like I not that I don't have to pretend. I cannot pretend. I cannot put on a front and pretend to like something. I just can't. Everything I do is genuine. That's why I'm offering like a little bit of criticism towards this game. That's just what I think about it. What? Don't say that. Why would that be a joke? I don't think this woman's ever made a joke in her life.
The scroll preserves what the Wuling Science Station had left behind back then.
Where is Ardashir?
Traces. Once the dust settles at this place, I'll take you there for a tour. But you might be disappointed. The things inside are really old.
That's just, isn't that kind of a strange thing to say? Imagine taking someone to like a museum and saying, look, you might be disappointed. The things inside are really old. Look at his head tilt. Does it make any more sense at a 25-degree angle, bud? She just like turned around 360 degrees. Oh no, guys. Ooh. It's boofing. Guys, be careful, it's boofing.
Not good. Ether energy levels are rising. We must go.
I like the water ones because that one genuinely looks like a gummy bear. It's like a... It's a water bear, isn't it? But it's like with the consistency of a gummy bear. Okay. Oh shit, I'm using her as well.
What's this?
Blades unleashed.
Oops. Okay, that was quicker than I thought. So this is a new rift? She said there was a new rift. It's not the enormous rift that we were told about before. It's a new one. Oh look, new guys. Oh, she disappeared. Oh. Escape. Oh, it's still there. Streaming has a strange effect on my ability to concentrate on things. It's like I probably would pay more attention to dialogue in instances like this because it's what everyone has to focus on. I do enjoy hearing you talk about your perspective of storytelling when you play the games. That's so nice. Like that is legitimately the only thing I want to hear back. And then I'm funny. That's the best stuff ever. Because I'm not... I don't think of it as my job to hype the games up, if you see what I mean. And neither when I say what I think do I want to make them look bad, obviously. Why don't we just close the rift so enemies stop spawning? Are we stupid? Okay, maybe I wasn't paying as much attention as I thought because I mean, I guess they don't know how to do that. She did say she needed some... Hang on, can we see the log? No. She said there was some kind of new development. I'm guessing they don't know how, but... What I'm confused about, and maybe I'm not saying this is a problem because it could be that I missed it, but they've been talking about there being a really huge... I'm not using the correct terminology because every time they talk about it, they call it the very large rift, and that sounds so dumb. That's its literal name. It's with capitals. They say the very large rift every time. Large rift the size of a large boulder. And but I don't know what happened about that rift. Did we fix it? But why is there a new one? If it's a new one, what happened to the old one? And if it's a new one, why didn't they just continue using the old one? Oh, stop. Now you guys are just glazing me for the hell of it.
There are a few files that need my attention.
Files? You don't care about me at all, do you? I want to believe he's saying this with a like a molecule of passive aggression. He's a strange character. One of the things I genuinely do want more of is just him doing stuff. He's a very subtle version of a player insert where he is, I mean, he's got a mask on. He is kind of being the epitome of a faceless self-insert where you get to project what you want onto him. I don't play him for that reason. I'm not projecting onto him. I want to know who he is. And this is one of the main things I'm playing this for. He has these very rare, odd moments of levity, and they're really, really charming. I always forget he's got like he's got an AirPod in there, so we can't hear anything. In Lavatane's quest, it was revealed that he does understand that everyone expects him to be exactly like the original End Administrator, to take charge and know what to do with this huge company. and it's almost like they're too reverent to him, but he doesn't feel like he can measure up to it because he isn't that person, and he's forgotten everything. And that was a really great, that was a great way to introduce him as a character and the crux of what all this means to him in the beginning of the story. It was just embedded. Like, Larvatane's quest it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but it did a great job of both developing the administrator and introducing Larvatane, who she was and what her deal is. And there was a bit of fan service to it, but it did feel kind of earned. And I'm fine with that if it feels more platonic. Like, I cannot believe that this guy is just wandering through a constant stream of romantic affection from every single person he meets. That's just completely destroying the suspension of disbelief. A 10-year-old vintage bamboo brew? That's okay. I'm still trying to figure out how to articulate things well while streaming. Oh god, no, do not praise me for that, because I can't. Anytime I start talking in depth about something, I literally just stop playing. I literally will stand there. It's one of the things I know I should, if I want to get better at this, I need to be able to play and speak, but it is difficult. I often have streamer brain cell, which means that while I have chat and I have the knowledge that people are viewing what I'm doing, part of my brain shuts down. Okay, we viewed all those things. This is a cute area. I can walk in the hologram. Hey Mifu. Mifu, look. Mifu, look, I'm a giant monster. Rah! Mifu, you're not looking. See, I'm joking, but every so often he'll do something that makes it feel like that's genuinely how he might act. I wouldn't put that past him. If these ladies turned away,
thanks for your trust and support, my dear partner. I couldn't have made it this far without your help.
Oh, thank you, Blockhead. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Especially because it's me going, raw, I'm huge. I'm gonna crush all those Shiranite pillars. What are you gonna do, Wooling? Weren't you talking earlier in a stream about you got a spike in viewership? Yeah, I took my hands off the keyboard just to get in the moment there. I started talking about the, oh god, I know what I brought up, but why did I bring it up? We stopped right before the end game of Cassette Beast, so I could make a comparison between the storyline we were playing through and the gradual degradation of the metaphorical rules of the Toy Story universe. And while I was doing nothing and just yapping about Toy Story, my view count doubled what it usually is. It was incredible, actually. I was like, okay, people are like sticking around.
Where should we go next?
Thanks, Endman. It was incredible. I mean, I guess it was nice to know the pressure isn't always on me to be playing the game. Because I've said this before, I feel like people come to watch the game and I'm here to like present the game to you, like on a nice dish, and then I step back and I let you eat it without saying anything, which isn't really true. Oh, hang on, I nearly missed something. Sorry, people said things. How do I sub twice? Oh my god, stop being so nice to me. Oh my god. Wow. Give us some absolutely tangential characterization. Make him really like peanut sauce. I mean, I do agree with you, but I feel like we've learned more about Sol Wassman than we ever knew because you called it peanut sauce? Hang on. Hang on. Guys, if you wouldn't mind voting in my poll. There's a poll right here, if you wouldn't mind just, If you wouldn't mind just throwing some votes in there to help me conceptualize this. Oh, is it a different thing? I like how it cut off most of what I put and it just looks, it's like it says butter question mark. No, hang on. I mean, okay, like this could be me. I'm not saying it's not my fault, but I have never in my life heard of peanut sauce. Please do tell me, what is it? Hang on, I'll Google it. You have to understand, Saul Wassman says weird shit, okay? Saul Wassman will like mention something that sounds the most mundane thing, and it's something that only happens in a 30-meter radius of his house. Oh, okay, no, I know what that is. We call it something else. We call it something else. We call that satay sauce. It's just a naming thing. There we go, problem solved. I was worried though. I was like, okay, does everyone know this? It originates from the Philippines. Huh. No, yeah, I do know it. And I have eaten it before. We just call it something else. But I have learned that in the 30-meter radius of Saul Wassman's house, they call it peanut sauce. Hope you weren't using these. I want to talk to you. Oh my god, has she got a sticker on the back of her chair? I think Zhuang Fengyi and Varka should hang out, because both of them are in a position of massive authority over a city, and the only thing either of them seems to do is just fuck around. She's just kind of being sleepy, and we're going, oh my god, a precious waifu is so sleepy. Go to fucking bed. You can't be a good leader for the sissy that looks up to you and needs you for support and just survived a major attack. If you are tired, this isn't like a cutesy trait. This is literally negligent. Sorry, I'm being opinionated again. I'm sorry, I'm not really fond of her. You get in a problem with these where if you're not that fond of whoever they're throwing at you in that patch,
better than my estimates.
You gotta deal with them assuming that you are.
Let's head to the research center and get the Sheer Knight Nexus.
What are we doing now? Something else that doesn't involve you doing work? Like, Perlica could get away with that kind of thing, because we've been shown multiple times that Perlica works really hard. I haven't really seen her do anything. She just transformed in battle one time, and she turned naked and green. And apparently we're supposed to be like... Work competence beam! I'm so amused by using the Sims 4 Redeem to cast magic spells on the game. That's so funny. I hope everyone keeps doing it. Yes, hit her with the work competence beam. Okay, right. Institute of whatever.
What's going on?
He has those like really floppy ears that I think make the guys look depressed when they have them. I think that's dog ears, right? This is a dog. Well, not like a small dog. He's got a long tail, so probably Doberman? Nope, they have pointy ears. Labrador? I like trying to guess what. Like, she's a mouse.
And can't vent at all. We can't take out the Sheer Knight Nexus.
I really like trying to pick out what animal they are. That's got to be a mouse, I think. Where's your tail?
Let me see. Yes. There's a problem with the pressure.
I think
valve
Endman
control
has
script.
that long
Overriding it will be
trailing like yellow piece on the back of the coat because it helps him feel less out of place around everyone else who has a tail.
Can't we just get the engineers to take this apart?
Okay, I can't see her tail, but I can see this guy's. What? Oh, that's Pine Chat. Hang on. Look at that. What? Who has a tail like this? It looks kind of feline, but I'm not sure.
The forge is obsolete anyway. We can't let it delay our subsequent tests.
A lynx. The guy. The guy? Lynxes are like... Yeah, no, lynxes are the thing that it's like the main thing that has a tiny tail.
It'd be such a waste to take
Look at this guy's ears.
It might be old, but it's still useful in research.
Raccoon.
And it still works.
I don't think the tail was fat enough, but I'm
little
not very
old
familiar with
engine kept
raccoons.
us
They have big
company
fluffy
for
tails,
quite a
right?
few years.
No rush.
I do want to point out a lot of people... Look at this dude in the background. Look at him. That's what I aspire to be. I want my day at work to be, I have horns and I just go like, whoo. He's getting paid like $50 a second to do this. This is the major line of science. I think people assume that Tong Tong is a raccoon person, and I have to disagree with that in the strongest terms, and I think it's mostly because it doesn't feel culturally right for her to have a raccoon. If it was an American region, they could be raccoons, sure. I'm pretty sure she's a civet. Raccoons wouldn't, like, she's obviously got feline traits too. Sorry, I was talking about animals. Oh, is he talking about programming? Sure, let's tell her we're good at programming. It's literally called Rhodes Island! That's a good fucking joke. That is a good goddamn damn joke. I know Rhodes Island is the company name, but my god, if they made it like an area that was just full of Americans and American animals. Do you okay, this woman, does she have a tail? Stop phasing out.
Don't worry, I'm around.
She does,
Just go
but it's
ahead and
clipping
waste
through
your
the
time
coat,
some
so you
more.
can't see it. Oh, there's another guy doing science. I think he's the mouse guy as well. There's a woman with antlers. I just like looking at the different... Oh, no, that was the, whatever this kind of tail is. Maybe he's just a regular cat. What else we got? Oh, got some dragon horns and dragon tail. Oh my god, what? Oh, he's a, is it called Liberi? The feathered ones? Look at this guy. This is what Ridersley wishes he looked like. I'm not staring at their asses. I'm looking at their interesting features. Do I have to actually, Oh god, circuitry. Okay, everyone, just close your eyes for 5 minutes and pretend this isn't going to take me 12 years to do. Wait. Oh, okay, it's fine. Thank god. I mean, yeah, if everyone around you had a different set of traits from different animals, wouldn't you always be looking at people and being like, oh cool, what are you? This is just furries. I'm just talking about furries. That is how furries work, I assume.
Years have passed since I last saw this.
Don't you go to a furry convention and just like look at everyone and go, oh, what are you based on? I don't know, but that's what I assume happens. It's smaller than I thought.
If only we continued.
Why did she do that with her face?
The next iteration could have miniaturized it further for portability. I'm so
easy to please when it's him. Just the fact that he's saying this with like a tiny bit of attitude. I assume that was intentional, but I'd love to hear him voice that.
Ask away.
It's like the vague gestures to him putting on this front where he's not quite sure how he should act or sound.
The Shiranite Nexus has great potential.
I'm only playing this because the incredible job that his VA does.
But that's no longer an issue
in every role
since
he's
we're making
in.
a lot more Shiranite. Another problem
Which is also why I'm
is
playing
way it
the male
fights
one.
The rift. It's essentially brute forcing.
And he streams as well. I mean, he started streaming. He hasn't done it for a while. Maybe if I should give him a shout out. Maybe if I give him a shout out, it'll magically bring him back? He's probably busy. Can I do that? I can do that. There he is. Follow Yoi. He's really good at this.
Yes.
Maybe he'll cast a magic spell. Everyone cast a magic spell from the from the channel points to make him come back to streaming because it was really fun.
Solving its issues within short notice will be challenging, but with your help, the damages can be minimized.
Summon familiar
would hardly be affected.
Well, if it was in The Sims 4, I could do that, but what does summon familiar mean in this game? I do summon familiar, and it's like a black cat, but it's a man with the traits of a black cat. Oh, that's just Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Of course. But the latest data has yet to be exported. This warrants a trip to the monitoring center. But I have a few things to entrust Tianshi Ge with.
He had a few lines in the recent patch in the story, and it's great. I'm glad they're letting their main character have voiced lines that have a lot of personality, and I assume that the female admin also puts the same like little bit of zazz in there to keep it interesting. Because giving your character no voice so you can project on them, I find is just not the best approach. I want to know more about this guy, and he's got like a big part of the story, so yeah, there was some really funny stuff. There was a bit where you're trying to break into the stockade, which is a little sort of, it's the opposite of this. People live there, and it's like a bunch of tree houses made out of wood, and they lift up the moat bridge, and the person you're with is able to jump really high because she's part cat and jump in there and start thrashing some guys, and you can't do that. He doesn't jump so high, so he can't get in. He just like turns to the camera and shrugs, and that got a huge laugh out of me. It's doing physical comedy in games as well is like one of the hardest things you might actually do in a video game. There's so many things you have to line up, and it's so much more difficult than anything from real life. Verbal jokes, like that's pretty standard. But being able to pull off physical humor with your character animations, that's kind of next level stuff. Alright, it's about time to wrap up. I assume that Virgin 5 have gotten going, or thereabouts. Let me just make sure. Design trip I like is jacket with a random colorful thing to break up the symmetry. Yeah, that is part of, you can clearly see that's what's going on here. They wanted him to have a really nondescript, casual kind of jacket, and I'm glad he's wearing this, because if he was underdressed in all this rain, I would feel really bad. But no, he's like dressed for the weather. And then they put this big, noticeably weird shaped yellow thing because he's the main character, so he gets, you know, and this thing on the back. I would cosplay him, honestly. I want to, not cosplay, I want to own this coat. I literally just want to have this coat. Virgin 5 will start in an hour. Wait, no they won't. No, they're streaming now. Cheese Cube, you are trying to mislead me. with falsehoods. And what do you want me to do? Miss the mystery of the Druids? I don't know what the mystery of the Druids is. I have no idea. People kept asking them to do this. Is it a really weird game? Is it a bad game? I've never actually looked. I've just seen it in passing. You'll love it. That sounds so ominous. Thank you. All right, we're gonna raid into them as soon as they like launch stream proper. I need a raid message. Oh my god, what's the raid message? I didn't see anything along the way. It's weird, but it's honestly not that bad. But what is it? Is it like an old point and click, or what is the game? Cheese Cube's just doing big emotes. The epitome of point and click puzzle game. Well, that is promising. Everyone in chat is chanting Druids. All right, I'm gonna watch a little bit of it, but I will have to go to bed. It's midnight here. That's what we're working with. Oh, did you want to see my factory? They're still setting up. I'll go look. Oh, I need to empty my goddamn inventory. I'll show you what my factory looks like, but only the good bit. Okay, so this tower is like the core bit that connects everything to the power supply, and then you only have a fixed number of these factories, so I had to be careful with those. And everything else in this plot is manufacturing the materials that create stuff in those forges. And this is really inefficiently made because I had to send half of it all the way around the corner. But also it looks really fun. Look at them, they're all evenly spaced. Look. Okay. I'll leave this on screen while I try and figure out. Oh my god, what's the raid message? You know, how about explosions are bad for one's health? Needs more spaghetti. It's already got spaghetti. This is the spaghetti. It's just very evenly spaced spaghetti, so I liked it. I actually planned this out. Well, but not visually. I wrote down on a piece of paper how much I had to make of each thing. And then I made it. Then I had to make adjustments.
Keep to the wildlands, along the fringes of
Wolf Job, will you please give me a second? Okay, we're gonna raid now. Raid.
Others are constantly on the move, making them quite difficult to track.
Thank you guys. I'm always so happy to have people just come along. This was just a bullshit stream. This was a random bullshit stream. We were just doing whatever. I needed to play a bit of the storyline, and I was happy to talk about the game. Thank you for coming. I love you guys. And explosions are bad for one's health is a funny raid message for us to take to Veteran 5 and I think Delta as they play The Mystery of the Druids. How many people stream that, do you think? Anyway, I'll be back on Sunday. Sunday, like afternoon, maybe earlier for Americans. Where you can actually use those channel points to use redeems for The Sims and make me play The Sims how you want me to. And it's getting dramatic in there. We have way too many cats. So I'd love to see you for that. That's on Sunday. Anyway, I will hopefully see you then. Let's go Druids. Let's go Druids.